Hello, welcome back. Last time, 3 riddles were presented to me and I did not understand a single one of them. Let's go over here instead. Bottomless. Not so much going on in this room. I can exit here to do that if I wish. Just any time. So clearing Bottomless does not seem to gate doing things in this room, huh? I may need it for walking up here. How? I don't understand true or false, but that's not what I'm doing right now. Bottomless. Oh, that plate does not do what I would have assumed. Okay. 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 What are we doing? So there's a pressure plate in the middle of dang nowhere. I'm not getting anything over there with these tools. What? Okay, what is this? So clearing this room would have an effect that is... Ah, yes, I do understand. Do that in order to walk on this for a turn. If you enter the screen, it won't see you and eat you, so you can get the key and then... yeah, that's all. Get the key that way. Okay. So that's for getting the key. Got it. I wonder if I could actually go... No, I'm not doing true or false right now. I might look at it after this if this goes super well. That's a big if. Okay, so this lets me go up here, and also allows this to be accessed. Okay, so that's locked away. Okay, so looks like this is a lock-picking puzzle of sorts. Alright, got it. Lock-picking I can totally understand compared to the other nonsense that was going on. Maybe. Okay, so I'm not coming out of here without doing that. And that's not coming out of here. Oh, hold on. This exists. Oh. Okay, that's not there yet, and also you're kind of stuck now. Okay, I don't think I want to do that. So I'm just poking at pieces to see what can do what. So only I can go in here, and if I do, that's not super productive. I can't... No, I can't. Okay, does anything toggle this? Several things do. There's no way I'm using this pressure plate. That's... Okay, yeah, I think the joke is this is a piece that broke off of this bit of dirt. Like, that's the same mechanism. It's like broken into 2 pieces now. And you have to use this version when the pressure plate would be a lot easier to use or something. Probably is what's happening here because, again, with these tools, there's no way anything's getting here. Alright, so with these both out, nothing in particular happens. Only things I can do are get a monster block there, which just gets it completely stuck. Or put one here. Or put one where I was standing. Well, I have to put one where I was standing to do the rest of that. So then the question is, how does something come out of here once it's been in here? Well, like this. Assuming that's still held. But if that's still held, and I've used the sacrifice altar... Then... okay. I mean, my available moves are... No, hold on, I can do this. To do a double sacrifice? No, I can really only do one. Well, I can do 2, I guess. However, that accomplishes nothing. So none of these blocks... So there's nothing that would kill a monster block here other than pits. Pits are all I get. Do I want to stack something? I don't think there are stacking mechanisms in this room. No, I just stopped here always instead of pushing this further. Okay, there is a stacking mechanism here. It's sneaky, but it's there. Not unless I have 3 monster blocks on this side, and if I have that, then the puzzle's already done. So while this is held, I can go in there and do things. That doesn't look healthy. Not to me, at least. I mean, the rest of this must mean something. None of this is really doing any of what I might want. Alright, so that's escapable. Just fine, as long as this is held. Like, this always gotta be held, is that... Well, that's not quite true. But anyway, that... Something's going to have to close this drawbridge. And the thing that I have is a monster block on that pressure plate. This thing coming off the plate here toggles the bridge. I could have brought a second block. I could have put... Yeah, like, where I put this block is kind of the big question mark here. Because now it's trapped until something else is sacrificed there. I can retrieve this block if I want. Which toggles the bridge once again. Oh. So I can't do things in this order, can I? No, that's... Hello. But no, I can't put anything here because that permanently locks it up and it can never be pushed off the edge. Otherwise, this would be an interesting spot. But then why does it toggle all of these? If it's not to be used for the puzzle, why would it toggle all of these? Like, that just seems to be for the key over here, but... That's not the end of the story, clearly. However, if I put a monster block here, I'm never getting that thing back. Can't go this way, I can't go there, I can't penetrate inside that thing. So unless the monster block is dead somehow, then that's not going to do anything. And why would I care what this does once the room is clear? That can't really interact with anything over here. What? Okay. Those moves are pretty much required. I can't bring this out because of the pressure plate. I can bring something else in. That something else would have to be this. Is there a hidden way to kill a monster block other than putting it in space? Okay, let's see here. What does it do if a stack of 2 is dropped on a sacrifice altar? They both sacrifice, yeah, nothing surprising. Now that I have a way to make a stack of 2. This is no different than just having... Well, it is. It's not really any different from just, like, pushing this out of here and then doing that part. This plate does nothing I care about, pretty much. If right now you could be not on there anymore... might be able to do something. Again, this is strictly out of reach. There's no possible way to get to this. That's just a little broken off piece of this island, now turned into sacrifice altar. There's not a lot in this puzzle, which means I'm pretty quickly not seeing what it is that I could possibly do here. For something so simple... I'm not missing any pieces, right? Like this mostly just locks me in. Okay, hang on. So, if I do... Doing this creates... nothing, right? Because this doesn't toggle... No, it does. Doing that has created a situation where without something having been on this plate, I can push you here and get out. I would think that would mean something, but it just results in a state I can already have, trivially. There's nothing I can do with this block that I couldn't do otherwise, as far as I can see. Putting it in here doesn't actually let me stack anything. I mean, okay, I'll play with this thing even though it won't ever let me do anything else, but also it doesn't do anything I like. Right? Doesn't seem to. What is happening here? Okay, so I think it's already time for text. Okay, monster block, this will be A. Well, all three monster blocks must die. I mean, that's just how you clear a room. Okay, so monster block A. What do I even describe about this situation? Why is the room not currently solved? Okay, right at the moment, the room is not solved because I don't have access to monster block A. In order to gain access to monster block A, I have to do things with B and C that result in them getting stuck. Neither of those things has done that. But then, you have to move in a way that gets me stuck. And then to get me unstuck, I have to do something that gets the other monster block C stuck. So monster block B is not going across this bridge. Wait, but why did this matter? Why can't I just do this, and this, and this and be done? Well, it's because now monster block B is trapped. None of the tools I have help with that problem. So this is now out of reach. This is the only tool I have, so like nothing can be here, but something has to be here. Uh-huh. Okay, so rescue monster block from that location. Uh... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Okay, yeah, so here we go. This is a statement that I can test separately from the others. If latest X12 is held when Sacrifice altar is used. Okay, now hang on. I can phrase this better. Plate at 612 must be... whatever is on plate at 612 is permanently lost when sacrifice altar is used. Sacrifice altar must be used... Sure. For Leaf to escape Space Island. Leaf must escape Space Island. Alright, so basically I'm writing a list of statements, which I currently understand to be true, which describe the steps for clearing the room, at least one of which must be false in order for the room to actually be fully clearable. To rescue monster block and pressure plate at 6-7, plate at 6-12 must be held. Whatever's on plate at 6-12 is permanently lost and sacrifice altar is used. Sacrifice altar must be used to release your escape. Okay. So... checking things individually. I want some more spacing so I can see separation here. Alright, to rescue monster block from pressure plate at 6-7, plate at 6-12 must be held. So let's start with confidence in that. So, if something is here... right, okay. There are other ways later. Okay, you know what? Let's start with that one. Pressure plate at 6-7 must be held to initially cross bridge. Definitely true, I have no means of influencing anything over here prior to holding that. Okay. Alright, I think I can put 100% on that one. Because, yeah, I can hold it, but then I'm here, and there's nothing else in the room. Alright, so nothing, no wiggle room in either of those. The only other possible thing is if the monster block was dead. Okay, here we go. Let's scan for other means of killing a monster block. I mean, this is not Curseum. There are no ways to hide some poison or hot coals or anything. And I can plainly see there is no poison or hot coals in the room. And those are the only other things that can kill a monster block. Well, there's water, but there's none of that either. So yes. Okay. A monster block cannot be killed by anything other than a pit in this room. Pressure plate at 6-7 must be held to initially cross bridge. Pressure plate at 6-7 must be held by a monster block. Okay, so if I'm absolutely sure about these, then I can move on to next assumptions. To rescue monster block from pressure plate at 6-7, plate at 6-12 must be held. That one might not be as clear. That is definitely false. Okay. That is a lie, because there's another plate that can also do it. Alright, so this is false. Or... plate at... that's going to be 1, 2. Okay, so plate at 1, 2... If a monster block is placed on plate at 1-2, it can never be killed. Nothing else will toggle this door. I can't cause this to be toggled while a monster block is sitting on it. Oh! I found it. I know what's wrong here. I know exactly what's wrong here. So, this is a room edge pressure plate. Those have special properties. I can invert this. Got it. Okay. If pressure plate is inverted, everything changes. Okay, so mission. Invert pressure plates at 1-2. Okay, there we go. That is the thing in this extremely minimal empty room that I can do to make a difference, and I can do it now. There. Okay. Here we go. Alright, puzzle is completely different now. Now I can place... Oh, well, actually, everything is different. In fact, that might be just the whole solution on its own. Because I can just kind of do this and this, and... wait, no. Right, just one of those. Now, I think this monster block is going to need to go here now. There we go. Okay. Okay. Good. Much better. And while this is inverted, I can't do anything. Okay, so. Again, simple room. Had to be in order for things to make sense. Alright, great. So, bottomless is done. Collected the key. Everything is cool. Now, what about true or false? Well, for true or false, I have to clear riddles 3. I'd like to spend a moment understanding what's happening in this room. I know I'm not going north, seemingly. I'm not going north from here, seemingly, and I'm not going north from here, seemingly. And I can't turn back... Hold on. So I will be able to turn back once these are opened. However, that won't get me any new ability to do anything. I have a sky key. But there's no return from here. I haven't seen a Terra door yet. Okay, let's play with sky key for a moment. I can get a multi-push block. Yeah, powerful tool, but... I mean, I've already checked what's under these curtains. Let's just double check to make sure it's all wall and nothing else. All wall and nothing else. So I can fetch... Okay, let's just lock that in. I can fetch for myself a multi-push block, a regular push block. This is a thing that can't do anything. This whole mechanism is useless. Monster gate open. Hello. Okay. So clear the room and you get another block. Alright, the thing of interest was on this tile. Okay, so I can have up to 3 push blocks out of here. Plus 2 more from those sides if I can get to them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maximum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's going to have to be that. Alright, so I understand true or false. Bring 2 sky keys and clear the room. Get all the blocks. Arrange them here. Get all the blocks. That task is going to be hard because I will need both of these. Clearing the room will simply require me to clear riddles 3. That's a simple task. That's all I got to do. And then enter from here. Push that off, push that off. Ooh, you sure about that? I'm not. You're all safe to walk on. How am I getting both of these out at once is the question. Aha. I will be placing something on this plate, which toggles the state of that. All right, so one block goes here. Let's say it's U. A block goes here. Let's say it's U. And a block goes here, pushed from the west. Let's say it's U. I hop up there. I still have a problem. So I do the opposite. I enter from this side. I push this out. I put a thing here. I claim these two. I put them here and then here with a move this way. While that is held, I get up. I get behind. I push out. Kill here, and have already killed there, maybe, probably, and push this one off. Then the room is clear, then I get all these blocks, and that's how I go north. Okay, so I've made sense of true or false. I've cleared Bottomless. So all that remains is Riddles 3. So next time, we're going to do some riddling.